12 minutes to 8 o'clock on this Monday morning. Now, Primestars Marketing is a company that specializes in facilitating youth development programs for high school pupils from poor backgrounds. In celebration of Youth Month, now it celebrates the success of yet another theatre of learning experience of My Future Career program. The program reflects on the work done to guide and support the youth across the country to career choices which actually suit them. We're joined this morning by Nkosi Nati Mushwana and Musa Nkosi Kuzwayo to tell us more about what this was all about. Gentlemen, good morning and welcome. Put your uniform on even on a holiday. Thanks for that. Thank you. Okay. A student. Okay, let's start with you, Nkosi Nati. I mean, seeing as this is what you actually do, tell us about the program and what it actually does, and you know what it does different from what a guidance counsellor at work might at school might not do.
So thank you for the opportunity. My Future, My Career is an 8-year young program now. What's different about us as Primestars is that we use Turkinico cinemas as our theatres of learning. So when you'd go into a cinema and go watch Black Panther, for example, you're probably walking into one of our classrooms. The idea there was that if we are to engage young people in a way that will be different, as you say, we've got to speak to them in their language, and we've got to bring programming and education in a fun, exciting way using multimedia, which attracts them. And by creating that kind of visual content, we've been able to create what's become the biggest career guidance program in the country.
So what would I see if I walked in?
So what happens is about 8 years ago, with our sponsors, including the likes of Nedbank, AVI, and the likes, they together with us created a day in the life of. So if we were talking about a career in the media industry, for example, we'd come into your setting and interview you face to face and talk about what subjects you studied when you were young, your personality trait alignment, what you're interested in doing on a day-to-day, what does your day-to-day look like now, what you studied. And for a student like Musa, he'd be sitting in cinema and thinking to himself, does that sound like something I'm attracted to? The key in the program is addressing the issue of lack of exposure, especially for the kind of schools that we're going to, quintile 1, 2, and 3 schools, under-resourced schools, underserved schools. So the program works as a public-private partnership. We're national, all 9 provinces, over 200,000 beneficiaries in the last 8 years. And the idea has been to expose those young people that have no access to info to the vast amount of career opportunities that are out there.
Okay, well, I want to hear about Musa's experience with all of this. So you attended one of these. What did it do for you?
So basically, between the ages of 6 and 12, you basically ask the question, what do you want to be when you grow up? And you're like, I want to be a doctor. Like, yeah, it's so
Pilot.
easy. Yeah. And then so what happened with me was I wanted to become a doctor. But then when I got to grade 8, I was like, science and me, we don't click.
Yeah, so like me and maths and science, we didn't click.
Exactly. So I wanted to then do arts and communications. Then when I got to grade 9 and I attended a full month of these programs, out of all the programs, only the accounting program spoke to me. I hated the subject, but the things that they were saying were they were speaking to me. So I remember picking the subjects, and then they were like, Musa, the subjects you picked were odd. How can you do tourism, business, and economics? Pick a proper stream. So I'm like, okay, accounting, I'm taking you, we're going into marriage now. Me and you are officially married. And if me and you are going to have ups and downs, it's fine, but I'll manage to basically figure you out. So this program helped me basically make decisions for my future.
So what are you going to be now? What have you finally decided?
Managerial accounting.
Managerial accounting?
Yes.
Okay, so basically you've set your mind, that's going to happen for you.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's great. I mean, and how different is it from the advice that you've received, say, from well-meaning teachers or career, counselors at school, for example? How different is it from what you've experienced? Okay,
so we always get the advice, listen to your heart, but sometimes the heart also does not know what it wants. Then you have to use your knowledge, which is what My Future, My Career aims at doing. They basically injecting knowledge into your mind so that you can make decisions based on what you know. Okay. The advice I got and the difference was that My Career, My Future gave me facts.
Okay.
Teachers were giving me advice.
Okay. Okay, so that's great. So it helps you choose also the subjects that will take you there, rather than doing all these subjects that you absolutely hate and realizing you never needed them in the first place, like I did.
100%. And what's also big for us is, if Musa, for example, like you said, is interested in one stream, we try and expose him to at least 8 different streams.
Do they have to come up with at least 3 or something?
Yes.
Or look, okay.
And then you make a decision. But you've also got to be able to choose, your subjects early. We also do a big job in aligning them to bursary opportunities, what a day in their life will look like. Because a big thing for us is investing in the talent before it comes out of school. So if, big business works with us, you're able to then influence the kind of labor or skills labor that comes out of school. And that's a big thing for us.
And also not wasting time studying the wrong thing at varsity or college or whatever it is, and then realizing this is absolutely not for you. Now, the president's saying as well that we are in this crisis in Kosinati, that the youth unemployment is asking youth to use their own skills to come up with innovative ideas. Is there an option? Does Primestars help with that, to say, okay, nothing out there speaks to you. What can you do? What interests you? Is there that kind of, call it a section or whatever it is, that says, let's use what's inside of you to create an opportunity that nobody else has come up with?
Definitely. So we've got sort of 4 main working streams to try and develop a holistic member society. One being career guidance, my future, my career. Another being financial literacy, which is big for us, teaching people how to work with money, because it's a big part of your freedom. Maths and science, which you don't click with. We focus on big time to create critical thinkers and problem solvers. But to answer your question directly, entrepreneurship is our youngest, being about 5 years young now, but one of our most impactful programs. And the slogan that really founded that program was about starting with what you have, where you are right now.
I wish you guys were around over 20 years ago.
So the key is about getting you to really think about problem solving and creating solutions that you can commercialize. So we've sort of really simplified this entrepreneurial process. We understand that the buzzword entrepreneurship is huge at the moment, but what does it actually mean?
What does it mean?
And for us, it's all about translating the knowledge, as you said, into action.
And capability,
And capability.